What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian. And on Friday, markets got pummeled. VIX went up, and everybody got scared. But should they be? I'm going to talk to you about what's coming up next week, how we might act, and what I'm doing about it. So with that, let's dig in. All right, guys, it's Mark Sebastian, your only option. And Friday was certainly an interesting one for the S&P 500. Down 112 points, almost 113, near the lows and below 5,600. Now, the next stop would be, the close of the low on the 13th, and maybe a retest of 5,500. Then some decisions will have to be made. Do we get follow through, or is this the end? Now, let's talk about what we've been seeing. Well, on the 26th, we get a nice sell-off, little follow through on the 27th, big ugly day on Friday. That usually sets up for an ugly Monday. And we may gap down pretty big on Monday, especially if more news hits, if you will. What's interesting is we're really close to the low, and I want you to pay attention to this red line. That's going to be our kind of S&P option prices gauge. And I want you to notice that even though we're near the lows, implied volatility, not close to the highs. So traders are selling instead of hedging. That typically happens end of cycle and can lead toward capitulation. That's been the one thing. We have not had a capitulatory moment out of this whole sell-off. It's been very organized, very smooth. Now, it's been relentless, but it's been pretty consistent. No huge sell-offs, just day after day, ugly after ugly, but kind of packing up where we are. The S&P's been down 7 of the last 9 weeks. It had, the Dow is, it's down 195 points over the last 3 trading days. Just bad stuff. And what's interesting is, you heard me talk about option prices. Let's look at VIX. So we're near the bottom, and VIX is not even 22, when the last time we were seeing this kind of selling, VIX was 25. VIX is kind of sleepwalking. Yeah, I know this looks strong, but is it? We're down 112 points, down 2%, and they're still pricing in the VIX to move less than 1.5% a day. So, little uptick in movement on Friday, obviously, but VIX is kind of sleepwalking. Now, when you look at futures term structure, it's a little different story. You have the VIX trading above the future, trading above the next future, trading above the next. You've got the whole curve in backwardation. So we've got kind of this sleepy VIX. We have curve backwardation, and we have the S&P just kind of relentlessly selling off. So where does this all lead? It all leads to April 2nd. And I'm going to go a little into the weeds, but not too much here. So what I want you to pay attention to is how vol is pretty flat, not that high. So look at these numbers here. This is implied volatility for the whole month for that contract. So like April 1st, the average implied volatility for the April 1st contract is 19%. The April 2nd, you jump to 21, Friday, 23. But then after that, look at the way volatilities drop. All right, well, why the 4th high is so high? We got 2 things happening between now and the 4th. 1, this tariff deadline, and then 2, we have non-farm payrolls on the 4th. But after that, they're kind of pricing options like we're going to get to the 2nd and things are going to then we'll have everything figured out then. Pretty interesting stuff. And I'm not sure that's true, but What I will tell you is I like being short Monday, possibly Tuesday, depending on what happens on Monday. And then I would be going flat before Wednesday the 2nd, except for maybe a flyer. That's where I'd be living. So what do you do about that? How do you protect yourself? Well, there's one stock that is not completely tanked over the last few weeks and days, and that's Apple. Apple's way outperforming the overall market in the last few weeks. I mean, look, the S&P is right off the lows near our March 13th low. Our March 13th low in Apple was 208. We're sitting 218. Apple's got $10 to drop. And it might do that Monday. So what I'm going to be looking to do is probably buy next Friday's puts in Apple. The 215 puts are about $2.40. I'm going to buy those. And then I'm going to be looking to flip them by the end of the day on Tuesday. Possibly end of the day on Monday. So that's the way everything lines up. Speaking of lining up, with VIX high, option prices high. VIX is our measure of option prices. Option prices high and stock prices low. What is that perfect for? Income trading. I've got the perfect income approach for you. You can click the link in this email to learn all about it. And if you're watching me, it's from Hans and Hannah. You're going to want to check it out. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a stock request, and I will get to it. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.